Hi there, today I'm sharing a process video for Bramble Fox using some perspectives from the January Fox box. So I'm using the Our Story and the books and also the latest exclusive die set. So I'm using these patterned papers from the Create Paper Maggie Holmes Marigold collection, and I'm just going to layer them up. So I've ripped the edges of these two pieces and then layered them to cover the first kind of the top third of the layout, and then I'm just roughing up where the tears are to give a bit of texture to the page. It's unusual for me to not use white cardstock, but I thought I'd try and do something a bit different. So these are photos of me and my other half over a number of years that we've been together, so I wanted to document our story. So I'm going to fussy cut out loads of these flowers, which you didn't need to see me do, and I've also die cut some of those pieces. They're like all little tags and things, and then they've got inserts that say love and home, so I've cut them out. I'm just backing them with some coordinating patterned paper to use as embellishment. So I've got all these pieces, and what I want to do is create a kind of cascade effect down the page. So I'm just sticking my title down and that book. These are beautiful acrylic pieces, and they've got kind of a matte effect, which is beautiful. That Our Story is like a really subtle pinky beige colour. It's beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, like I said, a cascade effect down the side of my page, and then I'm going to have all the photos and different embellishments tucked in and around. So I'm just starting at the top, so this is the oldest photo of us, and then towards the bottom will be the most recent. So I'm going to add lots of layers. I'm going to pop stuff up on foam pads, and I want to make sure that that backing paper is covered in that section where I'm creating the cascade. So I fussy cut that little house as well out of patterned paper to symbolise when we bought our first house together. So I'm just trimming that floral so it'll tuck in behind. And I did have 6 photos, but 6 is a bit of a funny number. I always like to add odd numbers. It's a good design feature, so I end up with just 5. And as you can see, it takes a bit of layering and moving around. So most of the florals are flat to the page, and then the leaves at either side I've popped up on foam pads. So I've added in those 2 tags where I want them, and I will add some twine to the tops of them. I've just got some baby pink baker's twine, so they're not stuck down yet. I'm just placing things where I think I'd quite like them to go. So I've backed this open book with the hearts with the pink patterned paper that I've used to cut out the tags, just to make sure it kind of coordinates with everything. It just means that it pops off on that busy background a little bit more at the bottom. So I'm starting to stick everything down now, a mix of foam pads and flat to the page. This takes a bit of time as I then start to decide what other embellishments I want to put in. So I'm pulling out some stickers from this Jen Hadfield, the Avenue collection, and it's got some home things, and I've also got these little cut out postage tags from the Maggie Holmes collection. So I'm just adding the rest of my title, and I did pull out a gold script font thicker, but it didn't look clear as to what the letters were, so I decided to switch to these bolder kind of rose gold ones. So I'm going to put so far. So I'm back to just tucking things in and around to create a big kind of cascading cluster. So I've got lots of smaller elements now being placed in, some leaves and hearts are going in, and little kind of houses. I'm just looking if there's anything else I want to add, so if there's any gaps, any bits that just don't look right. So I'm looking at adding just a few more bits. These are the finishing off touches that we're getting to now, as I really can't add much more to this busy cluster. I do want to add kind of 3 little dots to the end of the so far, so you'll see me pull out some pebbles dots shortly in like a pink colour, so I put them at the bottom where it says far, and then I add a few scattered in and around that cluster just to coordinate it all together. And this is my finished layout. It doesn't photograph too well, you can't see all the layers when it's a flat photo, so it's good to look at the close-ups.